Hi, so today I'm going to be talking about the LP Conga stand, the Future Lite II Conga stand, and that is the model number LP638. Now, I own two of these stands, and I should have originally purchased three for each of my drums, but at the time I only needed two. So normally when I tour and perform using my congas, I have a rack mount system that I designed using Gibraltar and Gonbop's parts. However, if space is of the concern or I don't want to lug around my rack parts, I will use these stands, and I will explain why. Now, with these LP Conga stands, there are advantages and disadvantages. The number one advantage of these stands is that they are extremely light. I think they only clock in at just over 5 pounds, and they take up very little space. They also compact and fold up for easy transport. Now, the negatives or the cons of these stands are that they were kind of not designed as well as they could have been. The material in these stands is great, but the adjustment issues are not the best. Now myself, you can't tell I'm sitting down, I am 6'2", and these stands are really not great for anyone under maybe 5'10" or 5'11". If you're under that height, you might have a little bit of an issue standing and playing with these stands. But I make them work for me, and overall they're a positive asset to have. And let's do a little unboxing here today so I can show you what these stands look like if you're not familiar. So what's great with LP products is they always ship with its own drum key. I have about 1 million of these, so let's have 1,000,001 now. And there you have it. This is the 3-legged LP Conga stand, the Future Lite II, model 638. Very, very light. I love how this folds up, and it doesn't take a lot of space at all. Take these rubber bands off. As simple as loosening these nuts right here so we can adjust. More rubber bands. Lots of rubber bands. And all you do is slide the legs out. Now, if you can see in the middle, there is a slot for a good angle of adjustment and a good opportunity to adjust for different sized drums. So of course you want to make sure the wing nuts on the legs are adjusted and tightened before you put your drum in the basket. Tighten those down, and now it's nice and sturdy. A great feature of this stand is the heavy-duty rubber feet on the bottom of these stands. Also, the rubber gripping, which make contact with the drum, these are nice and thick, soft rubber, won't damage your shells. And they are flexible in their movement to allow for adjustment of the drum as it sits in the cradle. Now, before you put your drum in, you obviously want to tighten up these nuts again on the bottom. just like so. Now there is also a third adjustment. If you see on this leg, there is a slot where you can move this leg out away from the bass or in. This was the default setting where I just took it out of the bag, so I'm not sure how this will fit. It's kind of just a trial and error of fit until you can get the proper adjustments for the diameter drum you were using. Well, now after a few adjustments and tweaking, I finally got the drum to a good height for my height. Again, I'm 6'2", so it just took a little bit of adjustment, and I slid out this bracket almost as far, or this leg as far as it would extend out. And you can see that there is a little bit of a clearance between the drum and the bracket on the stand. A couple inches. The rubber grips on the side of the drum hold the drum in place nice and steady and make good contact. There's a little bit of a gap there in between, but that's okay, because there's plenty of contact and hold on all three sides. The drum is very steady and secure. And again, these rubber feet, if you're on a carpeted stage or wherever you are, they're not going to be moving anywhere. So there is my review of the LP Future Lite II Conga stand, model 638. If you are in the market for a Conga stand, now this is something that you should check out. If you have any other thoughts, questions, or concerns, let me know in the comments.